Welcome back to Virginia International Raceway. We are here with the one and only Toyota Unlimited Racing Development MR2. And ladies and gentlemen, we are going to see if we can go fast. The last time we were here, we only had 250 horsepower. Now we have 350 horsepower, courtesy of a big old Toyota V6 out of a minivan, and it's gonna be the fastest minivan engine you've ever seen. I have no idea if this car is gonna run, full disclosure. We've run it on a dyno. I've driven it on the street. And that's it. We're topped up an extra half quart of oil, so we might see a little bit of smoke coming out. We don't have a catch can yet, but I'm very, very excited to get to see what this thing can do with the V6, because it is not slow. So up front, we've got our tiny little splitter. It's just set up for GLTC spec. Need to upgrade that at some point, but we got a little bit of front downforce, got a little bit more rear downforce, and we've got our Ram Air intake that we just installed on the car. So this should be providing more horsepower the faster we go. So just gotta go fast. We've got our bucket seat, detachable steering wheel. I reinstalled the fire suppression system, so let me go ahead and arm that. So we won't need it since we've got it. Got our tiny little anti-gravity battery in here. We've got our quad locks, all our GoPro quad lock, our Solos on a quad lock. So everything's locked down in place, and gonna go fast. New motor, who dis? All I want is all my temps to look good, car to feel good, cornering, braking, and I'll be happy. Mile per hour guesses, I'm gonna say, let's see if we hit 145. It's never hit 145. All right, let's see. It's fast. It's really fast here, holy cow. Wow. It's stopping, that's good.
Not everything is going swimmingly though. It seems I've made the rookie mistake of not putting gas in the car.
Check mile per hour. Floaty. 145. Not too shabby. A little floaty at speed, to be honest.
The MR2 is fast. We've gone from a little point buy mobile to being able to match a 911 on the straights. However, the car does need more fuel. The E85 we used on the dyno is sloshing away from the fuel pump and starving the engine on right-hand corners.
No, this is good. This is really good. We've got something really good here. It's fuel starving right now because I didn't put enough fuel in, but it's so fast. And it's still got balance. It feels a little floaty, like it wants more front aero. Wow, the power is addicting. Ah. Wow! Give me more! I am in love. Holy! It's so good. I could not have hoped for, oh my goodness gracious, this is unreal. I am pumped to the gills. I'm jacked to the tits.
As I drive into the pits, the only mechanical issue so far rears its head.
We're smoking, we're smoking. I'm ready on that fire extinguisher if we need it. This son of a gun rips. It is so good. and it does not feel as much like dog shit as you would expect. Like, you know, you throw a big engine in the back of a light car, seems like a recipe for disaster. Actually, it's really good. Actually, we hit 145 on the back straight on the outlap. Actually, this thing is insane. Every time you touch the throttle, it's so torquey. It is so fast. Ah, yeah. So that'll be where our smoking is coming from. I don't think there's supposed to be that much oil in the intake, so we do need a catch can ASAP. So that's good to know, because that's not a big deal, right? Like, it's not great for this track day, but it's not a hard fix. I think the car should be good for like one hot lap at a time today before it starts having all of that oil getting caught up, you know, through the PCV system and then getting sucked into the intake. That's a known issue. That's very common. Not surprised by that. But I mean, the initial signs are amazingly good. Like, this is extremely good for like a first drive. Very pumped. So good. I was cackling on track. On the out lap, it hit 145 on the back straight.
On heavy right-handers, what can happen, and we have seen this before, is the oil accumulates in the head.
Yeah.
Until it gets to the point where it's basically flooding that crankcase ventilation system.
Yeah. Okay. I've shook the car down. I know it's solid, it's put together, but lap time might be at a premium because we just don't have that many laps we can turn before the thing kind of starts choking itself on its own oil. So we can fix that, but since we don't have a catch can that we can install today, I want to make sure we get as much out of the minimal lap time that we have as we can. So I'm putting my pro in the car. This is Coby Shield, if you haven't seen him on the channel before. Coby, welcome back.
Thanks for having me, buddy.
I hear you've been driving some mid-engine cars of a sort of different spec lately. Lamborghini Super Trofeos. I saw you podium, Road America, I believe it was.
Yes, sir.
Congrats on that. I have a mid-engine car unlike anything you've ever driven before. This might be the most different thing from a Lamborghini as you could possibly find.
It's about as far on the opposite end of the spectrum while still being mid-engine as you can possibly get.
So the last time you drove this car here at VIR, it had a 2AR 4-cylinder that was running on 3 cylinders.
Yes.
Making 190 horsepower, and you ran a 210.8.
Mm-hmm.
And as I recall, did you like the setup and all that?
Yeah, we worked together on it, dialed some things in, and felt really good by the end of the day for what it is,
Yeah.
right? And I was happy with it.
Yeah.
And I mean, the car was like flat up the hill, etc. Like, it felt great.
Just needed more power.
Needed a lot more power. Yeah, I mean, if I remember correctly, I couldn't even get out of 4th gear on the straight, like on the back straight. I was just riding the top of 4th out.
You'll hit 5th gear, I guarantee it. I hit 5th gear on my outlap, so you will not have a problem there.
And we, just to be clear, haven't changed anything at all, right? Like, this is literally just a direct swap.
Yes, yes. We just put a V6 in and I want you to see what it'll do. So if we can beat a 210, success.
Coby heads up to the grid with the MR2, and at the last moment, I disregard my concern about only having 1 lap before the oil issue is too great, and I tell him to go for it.
You know, 1 or 2 laps, if it's still feeling good, no smoke, you can keep going, it's NA.
The increase in horsepower is immediately evident to Coby.
Coming in hot. Get the car set. Holy cow, this thing is so fast. This is nuts. The car's dancing like crazy. Brakes are a little soft, a little
additional 100 pounds of engine and the additional 100 horsepower, there are some changes that Coby wants to make to the chassis setup.
And then it's a little too soft in the rear now. Whoa, she's a little pitchy. We might have to stiffen up the front a little bit. She wants to kill you.
But the car is very fast. For reference, that's a Camaro SS1LE behind Coby. And it is not catching up.
There we go. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, 205.2. Let's go, baby. This thing is so fast.
The car isn't perfect, and Coby has some changes that he wants to make to the setup, but he is very excited.
That's 5 seconds faster than previous. I want to make some adjustments, cool the car down. I think we can go 202s in this, which is wild. Like there's a good 3 or 4 seconds left in this car. We just got to get it right. It is nuts the kind of cars I'm passing and running with in this thing. And I'm sure everybody else is just as shocked as I am. It is wild, man. Buddy, this is single-handedly some of the most fun I've ever had in my life.
Isn't it
That
sick?
car has no business being that fast. I ran a 205 on my first lap and I saw some smoke, so I brought it in. There's at least 202s in it. I was braking at like the 3.5 on the back, braking at like the 6 on the front. It's just like, we need to tighten it up a little bit. It's too soft, like it's too pitchy, but oh my. Bro, some guy was trying to outrun me in a Camaro and I just left him. It's so stupid, dude. It hauls the mail. I know I just pissed off the entire paddock. Like I was getting point buys by like Turbo S's and GT4s and Club Sports and ZL11LE, left him.
You just did a 205.2, which is like 5.5 seconds faster than your fastest last time you drove this car here, with one kind of clean lap without traffic.
Yeah, that was my very first flyer, and there's a lot of time on the table.
What makes me so happy is that this is so shitty right now. Like it's so unoptimized.
It is, and I like, we definitely need to stiffen it up bad. Like you'll see, like for the viewers, it's hard to see on camera how well it translates, but like to me, I feel like I'm about to die. Like the pitch into the S's and stuff, it's like the front dives and then the rear goes with it. So let's try stiffening it all the way up, and then maybe like a touch of wing.
Okay.
But like I had a couple more seconds in it, even as uncomfortable as I was there. I've never seen a car that only adds horsepower and you just pick up 5. Like it's just wild, because I feel like the jump in a car that makes 400 or 500 horsepower to 600, you don't notice it, right? But when we take something like this, where it was making, for me at the time, 190 wheel to 350 wheel, and you don't change anything, and you pick up almost 6 seconds,
Yeah, I mean,
it's wild.
Quite literally, we've changed nothing from when it had the 2AR. Same tires, like exact same set of tires as when I last tracked this. Same suspension settings. Like, forget spring rates, the damping hasn't been changed at all. So like literally this is as close a comparison as you can get to, we just took the engine out, put the other engine in, and went back out. You did start getting some blow by.
I did. That's why I came in.
Eating some oil? Okay.
Yeah, a little bit. And I could just see little puffs behind me on my downshift, so that's what made me a little nervous. So I wanted you to check it out. Yeah, other than that, I think we disappointed a lot of people today, and it was a lot of fun. Like passing a ZL11LE on the inside and then motoring him down the straightaway is honestly the wildest thing that's ever happened to me in a car.
I've got something else for you to drive today, actually, that
Oh, really?
is a little bit more purpose-built. Like when they built it, they actually intended it to be what it is, rather than the Akio Toyota is spinning in his grave right now, right? So I would like to get your impression of a car that was a factory built versus a car that a bunch of idiots built.
A mostly stock Lotus Elise, and we thought it'd be a really fun comparison against the MR2, because to everybody that's the poor man's Lotus, and we all know Ben can't afford an Elise, so that's why our buddy Ethan here has allowed me to jump in his beautiful car, and we're going to compare them
and see the differences between a poor man's Elise and an actual one.
2005 Lotus Elise graphite gray. As far as the motor goes, completely stock. Falcon is NS RT 615K pluses. They're an Enduro 200 tire. The brakes and rotors have been upgraded to something that's capable of handling the track. And other than that, the only big change is the aerodynamics. It's got a Difflow 5-element diffuser on the back, and it also has a GT3 style wing.
How much horsepower do these make typically?
Somewhere around 180 to 190 crank.
Okay, wow. So wheel horsepower, we're like mid 100s most likely. 150-ish probably?
Yep.
Okay, and then how much does it weigh roughly?
With some of the interior removed, this one is tipping the scales at right around 2,000 pounds wet.
Wow, so it's super light.
I actually got in touch with Ethan on Discord, where he's a member of the Gears and Gasoline server. Just look at that cool level 3 server banner we've got. He very graciously drove all the way down from Maryland to let us drive his car for this video.
So your entire track day fits in this car, and you drove it all the way down here?
All the way down here from up near Baltimore, 270 miles.
That's wild.
This is the Toyota 2ZZGE engine.
Okay.
It is stock as provided by Lotus.
Yeah.
Other than changes to the ECU, I don't think there's any physical changes to the motor whatsoever. It's the same thing that you get in a Toyota.
Very high revving. What RPM do you feel the cam crossover typically?
You will absolutely notice the cam crossover at 6,200 RPM because the motor goes from sounding like a normal 1ZZ to something wild.
And what is redline on these cars?
Fuel cutoff is at 8,200.
Wow, so you're in the meat for 1,800 RPM, that's it?
Yep.
Wow, so you just have to wring their neck.
Coby's test fit in the Elise goes pretty well.
Oh yeah, we're good. Look at that, I actually fit pretty well.
Unfortunately, he finds out just how cramped a Lotus Elise pedal box really is.
Yeah, I mean, you can literally I can clutch, gas, and brake all at the same time.
Aside from the Toyota engines, my MR2 and the Elise have something else in common. I had a fiberglass APR wide body kit fitted to the MR2 a few years ago. The Elise also features quite a bit of fiberglass.
Yep, so the cabin and the chassis is made of bonded aluminum. Bonded is just the techie word for glued.
Yeah.
The entire front half of the car and the entire rear half of the car are both fiberglass. In the Lotus world, those are called clamshells. One of the unfortunate parts about owning this car is even a 5-mile-an-hour impact can cause the entire clamshell to need to be replaced.
That's wild. And how much is roughly a clamshell to be replaced, or would have been if you could get them?
So I know somebody that did have their front clamshell replaced recently. Is $22,000.
So yeah, you hit a small house cat or a raccoon or something, and you're probably going to total the car.
You are definitely going to total the car.
With words of optimism ringing in his ears, Coby heads out on track for some apparently very high-risk laps in the little Lotus.
It's so raw and tiny, I can't even begin to describe one of these cars. It literally just feels like a cart. Even going from something like the MR2 is tiny, and this feels way smaller. He said the car is pretty pushy, so I'll feel the car out and just see how it feels. We're gonna keep it in fourth, nice and smooth, just to get everything going here. Man, the brakes are touchy. This is wild. This thing's so small. I feel like I'm driving a cart.
But suddenly, disaster strikes.
This is awesome, man. And you're out in the open elements. Oh, there goes our rear view mirror. Did not mean to lose that. All right, let's try and get on the cam a little bit. Oh, wow.
After a couple laps of getting used to the Elise and catching traffic in inopportune places, Coby gets a chance to string together a clear lap.
There we go, get it turned in. I'm gonna turn in a little late to try and get the power down sooner. Trying something different here. There we go, up on the cam. car into the corner, back to full power, carry it all the way out to the ragged edge, down on the corner, get it there, get it there, get it there. Tires are going a little bit, try and stay smooth here, full throttle. There we go, we got a wide open track in front of us. See if we can get one more lap in for Ethan. Flat through the uphill S's.
The lap is going well and Coby is set for a fast time, until he makes an uncharacteristic error.
Oh, lost car. My bad, guys. Trying to downshift and you can't heel toe well in these cars, and it just didn't like that.
Coby stops worrying about heel towing and tries again.
There it is. Finally a decent lap. No traffic. Let's see what we got here. Oh, 2:15.2. I think the one before that was a 15.3, so not a ton left. I'm going to stop pushing it. Don't want to push this car too hard. He's been gracious enough to let me drive it, so it is not my job to abuse it. Man, this thing is fun. I can't thank Ethan enough. Like, it's honestly so refreshing driving an OEM, like, mostly stock car, because it just does everything right, feels very balanced, brakes very well, and it doesn't do anything weird or unassuming. Like, the car, you can just tell it's very neutral too, which kind of shocks me. I expected this car to be very snappy and almost want to kill you in different cases, but it's not, and it's great. And I'm thoroughly impressed, and I genuinely love driving it. And something like this on the street would be a blast, because you're in a cart. But like, if you could nail that heel toe, man, this would be perfect. And I'm in love. Reminds me of my S2000. My S2000 was way snappier than this car.
Not the fairest fight, because we've got a little bit more displacement in this car. We've got a little bit more aero in this car.
A little bit.
Little bit. What was the lap time split?
The standard Lotus ran a 2:15.2, and this has so far run a 2:05.2. There you go, so exactly 10 seconds apart.
Yeah. Well, so obviously, if we were having a fair fight, this would be an Evora. So I'm not trying to kick Ethan for, you know, and say, oh wow, look at my MR2, it's faster than his car. And you ran the entire session.
Yeah, I did a couple cool down laps to make sure temperatures were good, but yeah, I mean, I stayed there for 30 minutes straight and had the time of my life.
You could not physically do that with this car.
No, we've done 2 laps in that car, because that's about all she'll take.
Right, yeah. So obviously there are some advantages to keeping a car stock, which we've definitely not done with the MR2. I'm pumped. If we left here with a 205, I would be psyched out of my gourd with the MR2, because for what we've done, which is not much, that's great. But you're gonna get one more lap.
I've asked Ben to make some adjustments to the suspension. The car feels soft the whole way around. When we set this car up originally, it was with the 4-cylinder in it, and Ben hasn't touched it since then. I just think the added weight of the engine, the way the car's behaving, just feels like it just needs to be a touch stiffer, because I'm on the bumps under braking and hitting the splitter off the ground, and then going into high speed stuff, the car's pretty dancy. So I think this will help settle everything down for sure.
Everything comes at you a lot quicker than the Lotus. You gotta be up on the wheel paying attention for sure.
Just to give some context, the car Coby is passing is a much faster car with another very good driver. This is a GT4 Supra that's been running about 10 seconds a lap faster than the MR2 today, but in the straights, as you can see, the MR2 can match it through 3rd, 4th, all the way up until drag and a long 5th gear slow it down around 130 miles per hour. Even still, Coby has to lift to let the Supra by.
Down to the corner. Man, it turns in so sharp now. I have to be careful. Holy cow, we are flying.
Suddenly, a very real disaster strikes.
Oh, we lost our brakes. I have no brakes. I'll finish this lap for you guys. I have no brakes. 2041, baby! And I have no brakes at all. We're done. I thought something felt off, and it does. I have no brake pressure whatsoever. It's like a caliper or something like that. We definitely have 202s if I could trust the brakes, but I can't. And I'm sorry I couldn't get a better lap, but a 204 is nuts.
After the track day, I put the MR2 on the lift and found that the brake line had been rubbing against the wheel. Very scary. Luckily, nothing too bad happened during our track day, but it's an issue I'll address for the future. The Elise comparison we made in this video gives you an idea of the speed differential between an Elise and my MR2 at VIR, but it's important to know that this is a horsepower-dependent track. With a little 1.8 NA engine, the Elise is a fun and capable track performer, but needs more horsepower to match the V6. A better comparison is this SCCA-prepped Lotus Exige Coby drove here previously with a supercharger, custom gearing, and Hoosier slicks. In that car, he managed a 2045, still 4/10 off the MR2. And to give you an even better idea of where the MR2 stacks up, our series track tested features a leaderboard of all the cars we've had Coby test around VIR, and the MR2 is no slouch. Faster than track-prepped M3s, faster than the A90 Supra and Chris's bonkers RX-7, it's 3 seconds faster than Ben Thorne's Civic race car and only 2.5 seconds slower than the Evo. And it has much, much more to give.